Hi all! Owen Wilson Jr. here. Now I'd just like to take a moment or two of your time to talk about Star Trek. What is there to say? Well, it's one of the most popular sci-fi series of all time. And in the mid-1970s, a particular movie came out called Star Wars. And Paramount Studios was like, oh dear, this is really good, this is really popular. What have we got that's like this? And then someone in the back of the room put their hand up and said, I think we have something called Star Trek. What we got was visually fantastic, but is it as good as it was back then? Well, that's what we're here to find out. So, pull up your chair, sit down nice and comfortably, get yourself some popcorn, because it's time to see if Star Trek the Motion Picture is as good as it was back then and stands the test of time. So the film opens and... ooh yeah! Klingons! Nothing beats Klingons. Oh, this is going to be an awesome film. How awesome can you get that you've got the main villains of the original series already in the first few seconds of the feature-length film? And they're dead. So this scene was pointless! But wait! A Starfleet space station has been monitoring the whole thing. Oh great, now we're gonna see some Starfleet on alien invader action, are we? Oh, for goodness sake! Is everyone in this film gonna just die randomly without any character development or any action? Our survey says... yes! And if this isn't torture enough, we get the treat of witnessing some William Shatner acting. So we skip to Earth, where Admiral Kirk is taking control of the Enterprise because it's the only ship in interception range with the alien invader.
Pep talk. I'm really too busy. I'm taking over the center seat, Will. You're what?
I'm replacing you as captain of the Enterprise. You'll stay on as executive officer. Temporary grade reduction to commander.
Awkward. So after a long string of difficulties, and by difficulties I mean random stuff that the writers put in just to make the film feature length, we find that the crew of the Enterprise may not be able to catch up with the thing. So it looks like the alien is gonna get away from them. But wait!
Permission to come aboard, sir.
Yeah, it's Spock. Live long and prosper.
I've been monitoring your communications with Starfleet Command, Captain. I'm aware of your engine design difficulties. I offer my services as science officer.
Okay, back up. The ship is in urgent need of repair, yes? Well, what's that guy doing just lazing around in a peculiar pose? And why is Kirk in fuzzy focus? Looks like they've smeared Vaseline on the screen or something. So Spock, being as awesome as he is, pretty much fixes the ship single-handedly so that they can catch up with the alien. But as they do so, they're pulled by a tractor beam into the very core of the alien itself. So Spock decides that he needs to thrust himself within the alien's orifice.
I have successfully penetrated the next chamber of the alien's interior.
To quote a friend of mine, "That's one horny Vulcan!" And as it turns out, the infamous Ilea death scene is not as pointless as I first thought, as the alien, known as V'Ger, is using her body to create a probe, and Decker attempts to rekindle the flame of their relationship.
Every exocrine system is the same, too. Even eye moisture. Dicker.
Ah yes, the classic tale of the Starfleet captain falling in love with the alien probe. Wait, what? As it turns out, V'Ger is actually seeking its creator to try and get a greater understanding to what it is and what its purpose is, and hopefully evolve to a new plane of existence by learning this. This is actually a very good idea, taking the human condition and putting it on the perspective of a machine that's looking for its creator. But wait!
V-G-E-R. Feature.
Congratulations, Kirk! You can read! And they say the American school system's failing.
V-O-Y-A-G-E-R. Voyager. Voyager 6.
Well, Kirk, please tell us more.
Designed to collect data and transmit it back to Earth. Must have emerged on the far side of the galaxy.
Oh yeah, black
They fell
holes.
into
Yeah,
the
black
machine
hole will do
planet's
that.
gravitational field.
The machine inhabitants found it to be one of their own kind.
Return that information to its creator.
But who is the creator?
We are the creator.
It always puzzles me how they can work out this stuff like on the spot. How every single one of them knew what Voyager 6 was, even though it had been launched 300 years before them. It's like every single person in this movie is a genius. It doesn't make sense. So V'Ger and Decker touch each other in a completely non-sexual way, and they evolve into what I can only describe as David Bowie. And they all live happily ever after. Well, at least until the next film. To be fair, this movie sucks! Now, I'm not dissing Star Trek. I love Star Trek. It's just that this film, compared to all the other films, is completely rubbish. It's more like the sort of thing that you would expect in the series rather than in a feature-length film. Actually, there is an intriguing story about that, how it was originally supposed to be a pilot episode for the new series, but then was later just made into a film instead, which actually explains a few points. But does it stand the test of time? No! This film is so bad compared to the other Star Trek films. The acting is subpar, the storyline was interesting but was never expanded upon or developed far enough for us to really connect to it in a good way. The dialogue seems forced. Even some of Bones' lines are not that funny, really.
Why is any object we don't understand always called a thing?
And Leonard Nimoy spends most of his time being an asshole. So I'm going to give this film 2 out of 5. See you next time. Hi all, Owen Wilson Jr. here. Now I'd just like to take a few moments of your time to talk about Star Trek. What is there to say? It's one of the most popular sci-fi series of all time. And in the